right, guys, what's going on? Donation request, another Leprous track. This is the song Castaway Angels. Matt says a slower song, lots of vocal reactors. We'll watch this. Impressive voice, but the instruments still stand out a lot for me. All right, there we go. Vocal reactors. Great. Perfect. Lots of vocal reactors. Is it because he does that whole high thing with his voice? Okay, Castaway Angels. So this came out also 4 years ago. Is it on this album? Yes, it is. And he credits the band with the music. This was the first single off of this album. Okay. Band continues its journey into all clean singing rock territories with their upcoming album Aphelion. The band's seventh studio effort comes on the heels of 2019's highly acclaimed Pitfalls and pretty much follows the same path of delivering unique and fascinating melodies that toe the line between heavy rock and synth pop. Album's dynamic range to be honestly astounding for a band that developed their identity with their own sound. It's amazing to see they can still make such a diverse album covering all their elements. Incredibly technical compositions, aggressive riffs, and intricate vocal lines to deep emotional and personal lyrics. Manages to give everything a Leprous fan would want, and not only that, it is accessible enough to new fans as a very fitting introductory album. Dramatic display of emotion through technical music, and everything within is executed flawlessly. Fundamentals of Aphelion were developed during the previous exercise. What Leprous has achieved is an exercise in mastery, that of its formula, which becomes capable of chiseling independent, varied, moving, and also fluid pieces, all without being reduced. Aphelion takes on the appearance of a series of singles that the listener struggles to take in default, as if listening to Leprous was gradually starting to become essential. If we refuse to adhere to what kind of review is this? This is, I feel like I'm smelling my ass right now. You know, like that's what this guy's doing. Like, what the fuck is this? What am I reading? If we refuse to adhere to it, at least it deserves to be tested. Aphelion is of this caliber. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? I feel like this is word salad horse shit. Appreciating it will always depend on the effects of each individual's. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, this makes me mad. Radio metal? What the fuck is this? Anyways, some dumb horse shit. Tell me I'm a fucking Neanderthal listening to music. Tell me what the fuck you're talking about. Don't, like, what the fuck is this? You need like a super specific college degree. I have a college degree, by the way. You need like a super specific college degree to know what the fuck this guy's saying. Sorry. It's insane. Not safe for work. Sorry. Like, Jesus. The fuck are you talking about? Fucking high on your own supply shit. What the fuck is this? Castaway Angels. All right. Now that I pissed everybody off, thank you. Welcome. Here we are. Leprous, Castaway Angels. Let's see what's going on here. Bam. Yes. You mentioned acoustic guitars, right? We've read about that. Eco.
Reaching out for oblivion, hiding here for now, dreaming still about another end. I can't look back anymore. Never look back, never look back again. Never look back, never look back again. Never look back, never look back. And I wanna know if there's an army waiting. And now I wanna know where we are, where we are. And I know there's a chance we'll be cast away angels, but I wanna know for sure.
Short scale.
Sitting here again.
Remember I mentioned the mallets on the toms on the last track? Yeah, I already got these guys. Got their vibe. I don't like the delicate vocals though. It's nice, all that kind of thing, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for it, but it's too soft for me. It's not to say that I don't like soft music, I'm just like...
For my vision is gone. Never look back again. Never look back again. Never look back again. Never look back. Never look back. Never look back.
Music is really good though. I gotta be real there. Music is really good. Alright, he's giving more. He's giving me more. Glad he's playing a strat. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to hear your voice. You hear that tonal quality that's changed? I want more of that. Yeah. I feel like when he's doing that, he's holding it back. That's why I'm like, it's too soft. I want to feel it more. The music is so good. I want to feel his vocal more. Like, he's got a sick band. And whoever's, like, I mean, I can't take away, he's really talented. It's obvious. But this, when he's doing this, it feels like tampons in the men's room, and I don't like that. Sorry, man. I don't. I want to feel it. I want to feel it. Music is ridiculous. Like, this guy is great. He's really, really good. He is. And his band is really good. The music is awesome. It's well crafted. But I like when he gives me more with his voice. When it's just like, this is where music is subjective. And I know that people are going to hate me for my comments, and that's fine. But I like what I like, and I know what I like, and I know what I want. And also, just as a producer, it's like I want to hear, I want more of that. And again, music is subjective. Other people are going to completely disagree and would make something different and have it be more that delicate, that more feminine side, where I think that there's times and places for all that kind of stuff. But I liked the parts where he is putting more of his voice out there. And there are other times it makes it obvious to me that he's holding back on his voice in other areas, and my feeling is justified. Right? You just feel more of it there. This is it's too like airy, breathy. Like I feel like, and again, you know, I mean, as you said, you said, there's going to be probably a lot of, you know, vocal reactors or whatever who are they're probably just fawning over this, which is fine. Totally great. Again, the guy is awesome. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's really good. But tonally, I want it deeper, right? It feels a little bit too surface and safe. It feels safe. And I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with that. But I want that on the edge feel. I want it on the edge because the music is giving me that. The music is really giving me that, and I want it from his vocal. And I feel like he can do it. That's the other part of it. I feel like he can do it. I think maybe it's just a tonal. I think it's just a tonal thing, maybe. Yeah. He hits it sometimes. He get it for me, right? For me, he gets it sometimes. But then he like takes it away. And I'm like, right? There's more depth to his voice right there. And that gets me. That gets me more than when it gets taken away and I just feel it's more like airy, breathy, right? And again, I'm not a vocalist. I'm not like a vocal instructor, I just know, I've worked with so many incredible vocalists, you know, that like, I just know when I hear it. I know it because I've worked with incredible vocalists. I don't mean to say that he's not an incredible vocalist, because again, I am saying I believe he can do it. It's just, you know, this is where you get a vocal producer, stuff like that, right? This is where vocal producers come in. And again, music is subjective. So one vocal producer is going to do things differently than another vocal producer. No different than this guitar player. It's going to play it differently than this guitar player. And then it's going to play it than this bass player, than this bass player, than this drummer, then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Music is subjective. So don't come at me. It's what it is. You may love this. This may be your shit. And you may be like, what the fuck have you ever done? Blah, 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 blah. Stuff like that. But I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you how I feel, you know, about this. And it's just so, if the music wasn't so great, if I didn't have such a belief in it, only having heard, this is my third track ever hearing this band, right? Ever. And I loved the first one. That first one, Slave, that was awesome. And his voice, how he was using his voice was different, right? It was different. And I thought it was all excellent. Really. So, but this is very different. And, you know, I mean, he's not the first male vocalist to sing like a female, you know, and have it where you don't hear it, where you don't see him do it, right? And you just listen to it and you're like, is that a lady? You know? He's not the first one. I've worked with a very famous one. But the tonal qualities and all of that, this is where things that, you know, and obviously the musical backdrop is different. But it's, I just want something, I just want his tone to be a little bit different in certain spots. And I know that he could do it. I hear that he can. I want to hear it.
I wanna know if there's an army waiting now. I wanna know where we are, and I know there's a chance we'll be close.
Yeah, when he hits that my voice, I can't, I'm not a singer like this, but yeah, when and after like a pound of coffee, I'm all dried up. I just want more behind it. It feels like he's it feels like he's just being too delicate with it, you know? Like, he's not hitting it, you know? He's like, it feels like he's being safe. I don't know how else to put it. I'm not like a studied vocalist. It feels like he's being safe to me. And I like the opposite of that. I like the opposite of that. I like adventurous music and where it feels like you're on the edge. I'm not getting that edge, you know, when you're being safe. I want to feel like you're on the edge of the cliff. And are you falling? Are there rocks letting loose underneath your feet, falling down the, you know, like I want to feel that, you know, and I'm not getting that. I feel like you're, you know, several feet away from the cliff. Sorry about my crazy weird analogies. Anyways, I'm off it. Musically, I mean, this band is clearly so talented. He is clearly so talented. He really is. He really is. And we've got a few more. We've got a couple more to check out. And I'm very interested now to hear the direction, to hear what they're doing, like what else we get. It looks like maybe we're getting more of the newer stuff. And Matt did mention that he doesn't know their later stuff, their earlier stuff. Sorry. I don't know a lot of their, he said, I don't know a lot of their older stuff, which is heavier and more growl vocals. I may like that stuff better. But again, musically, this stuff is awesome. It is. It's really awesome. The band is clearly, I love the fact that, you know, we just went from these 8-string guitars to now how they're playing and the tones that they're getting. First of all, the bass player is just like, okay, I'm going with Fender, and you can't lose. You can't lose. But then the guitar players are going to Strats, and I'm like, for what they're playing and tonally, it fits perfectly. It's like, yes, you are playing a Strat, and it is perfect. It is the exact perfect instrument to play right there. Look, I'm musically, they're great. They're great. 3 songs in. It's obvious. Glaringly obvious. All right, up next, we got another one. I will catch you then later.